Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to the session on Krishna Karnamrutam. We have been doing this series called Vraja Līlā Sudhā, Venugopala Krishna Līlā in Vṛndāvana, Krishna's pastimes in Vṛndāvana from Bhagavatam. So before we start any discussion on Bhagavatam, let me offer my prayers to Bhagavatam. संसारसागरे मग्नं धीनं मां करुणानिधे कर्मग्राह्यगृहीताङ्गं मामुद्धर भवार्णवात् श्रीमद्भागवताख्योऽयं प्रत्यक्ष कृष्ण एव हि स्वीकृतोऽसि मया नाथ मुख्यर्थं भवसागरे मनोरथो मदीयोऽयं सफलः सर्वदा त्वयि निर्विघ्नेनैव कर्तव्यं दासोऽहं तव केशव शुकरूप प्रबोधज्ञ सर्वशास्त्रविशारदाः एतत् कथा प्रकाशेन मदज्ञानं विनाशय देवदेव जगन्नाथ पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तना यदुत्तमोत्तमश्लोकनारायण नमोऽस्तु ते भवे भवे यथा भक्ति पादयोस्तव जायते तदा कुरुष्व देवेश नातस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनस्तं नमामि हरिं परां नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनामिने गौरद्विषे नमः नमो महावदान्याय नमो हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So we started discussing about the length and breadth and depth of the ocean of Krishna Līlā. Līlā Kallola Varidhi. Līlā, the pastimes. Kallola, the waves, the continuous waves, never-ending waves, endless waves. Varidhi, the ocean, the endless ocean of divine pastimes. And we started with this shloka. Sarvadbhuta chamatkara Līlā kallola varidhi atulya madura prema mandita priya mandalaha trijaganmanasakarshi murali kalakujitaha asamanordhvarupa shri vismapita characharaha. So Sarvadbhuta chamatkara. So Krishna performs wonderful pastimes, wonderful leelas that are astonishing to everybody. And they are surprising also. There are so many surprising elements. Okay, like how Yashodamma saw the universal form in the mouth of Krishna during Mridubhakshan Leela. Sarvadbhuta chamatkara Līlā kallola varidhi, the boundless surge of divine play. He whose divine pastimes are an ocean filled with endless rolling waves, one wave after another, continuous, never ending. And there is a comparison between the characteristics of an ocean and the nature of Krishna Līlā. Just like how the ocean is natural, the ocean water, it's a natural phenomena. It occurs naturally. Nobody fills the water there. Similarly, the Krishna Līlā arises effortlessly from his blissful nature. No planning, calculating or struggling is needed. Simply by his Ichcha Shakti, simply by his desire, Krishna will perform the Leelas. And they are endless. The Leelas are endless. Krishna's pastimes have no limit. The spiritual world eternally manifests new Leelas. That is the beauty of spiritual world. In the spiritual world, there is unlimited amount of variety, and that unlimitedness is ever increasing. Unlimited itself means we cannot count. But let's say somehow we are able to count that unlimitedness. Let's say that unlimitedness is, let's say some 300 trillion. That's the number. But that number is not constant. That infinite is not constant. It is increasing. The quantity or the magnitude of the Leelas, Krishna Leelas, or anything in spiritual world, it's increasing. It's ever increasing. For example, let's say there are 1,000 different varieties of flowers, or 1 lakh different varieties of flowers. So tomorrow when you go to that garden, you'll see 2 lakh flowers, 2 lakh different varieties of flowers. It's not the same type of flower 2 lakhs, but 2 lakh different varieties of flowers. So that's the nature of spiritual world, and that is the nature of Krishna Līlā. They are infinite, they are ever increasing. Ananta Līlā, and they are ever increasing. Even that Ananta is also increasing. Ever moving. The ocean never becomes still. One pastime naturally leads to another. There's no intermission. Ever fresh. The same Leelas, even if we hear today, the Leelas that happened 5,000 years ago, even if we hear them now, they still look very fresh. Immeasurable. They cannot be exhausted by scholarship. Liberated souls continuously relish them. Okay, even if the yogis, they try to understand the depth of these Krishna Leelas or the depth of his qualities, it's not possible. And there are so many Leelas going one after another. The continuous cascade of Vṛndāvana. Every pastime is simply another wave pushing the next. Starting from Krishna Janmāṣṭamī to Pūtana, Pūtana Vada, Shakatasura Bhanjana, Trinavarta Bhanjana, Damodara Līlā, Makkanchor Līlā, Vatsasura Bhanjana Līlā, Bakasura Bhanjana Līlā, Brahma Vimohana Līlā, Govardhana Līlā, and before that there is Aghasura Bhanjana Līlā, Govardhana Līlā, and finally culminating in Rasa Līlā. And this repeats. Even though Krishna performs different Leelas in different places, Mathura, Vṛndāvana, Dwaraka, Kurukshetra, but the Leelas performed in Vṛndāvana are the topmost. They are the most special, most relishing. Even for Krishna, they are most relishing. The Supreme Lord intentionally sets aside the awareness of his own majesty, Aishwarya, so that pure loving intimacy, Madhurya, can flourish freely among his devotees. So even Bhagavan, when he is in a place where he is worshipped with Aishwarya, he is always thinking about his Madhurya Leela. Even though Bhagavan was in Dwaraka for a long time, but he was always thinking about Vṛndāvana Leela. He was missing Vṛndāvana, he was missing Gopis, he was missing Gopa boys, he was missing Nanda Baba, Yashodamma. He was missing the cows and calves. He was missing the sand particles of Vṛndāvana. He was missing Yamuna Nadi. He was missing the creepers in Vṛndāvana. He was missing the flowers in Vṛndāvana. He was missing Govardhan. So Vṛndāvana is a place where God forgets He is God. It is a Nararupa Līlā. The Krishna Avatara in Dwapara Yuga, where Krishna performed Leelas in Vṛndāvana, it's a Nararupa Līlā. Krishna appears to be an ordinary boy to give that Saulabhyatvam to his devotees. Krishna appears like an ordinary boy. He plays with his Gopa boys. He gets teased by the Gopa boys. He gets chastised by Yashodamma. He gets bound by Yashoda. He gets, he gets bullied. He gets ragged. He gets teased by gopis. He dances to the steps of gopis. He dances to the song and beat of the gopis. The devotees in Vṛndāvana, they worship Krishna in different rasas: Vātsalya Rasa, Sakhya Rasa, Madhurya Rasa. And we discussed this also. Like there are 64 qualities that are very prominent. Out of the unlimited number of qualities of Bhagavan, 64 qualities are most prominent. And in Krishna Avatara, all these 64 qualities are present in full. Narayana has 60 qualities, Lord Shiva 50 qualities, Narayana, Ramachandra, Narasimha, and all the other avatars of Bhagavan, they have 60 qualities. But Krishna Avatara is fully potent with 64 qualities. Evam gunas chaturvedas chatushashtir udahritaha. And jivas like us, we have 50 qualities. So what are the 4 qualities that are distinguishing Krishna Avatara from other avatars? That is Leela Madhuri, Prema Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri. These 4 things are special in Krishna Avatara. Leela Premna Priyadhikyam Madhuryam Venu Rupayo Ityasadaranam Proktam Govindasya Chatushtayam. So Krishna's Venuganam captivates everyone. Captivates the humans, captivates the animals, cows and calves, captivates the peacocks, captivates the birds, captivates the swans, parrots, captivates the deers, captivates the creepers, captivates the flowers, captivates Yamuna river, captivates each and every sand particle of Vṛndāvana. Everybody relishes the Krishna's Venuganam. Rupa Madhuri, we discussed about the beauty of Krishna on Friday. Okay, I think this is where we stopped, right? Did we discuss the oceans, the 7 oceans? No. Or maybe yes. No, we did not discuss this, right? Yeah. Okay. So this is where we stopped. So let's continue from where we discussed. Now I think this shloka we all recited. So I think we discussed this. Okay. So I'll do a quick revision of this and then we'll go to the next topic. So now, since we are talking about this ocean of Krishna Līlā, Līlā Kallola Varidhi. So is it just one ocean? No, it's not just one ocean. there are unlimited number of oceans. And since we don't have the capacity to understand unlimited number of oceans, even one ocean we cannot understand. Now, what to speak of unlimited number of oceans? But at least 7 prominent oceans we can try to discuss. We can try to at least know the description of these oceans, and then as time permits in our entire lifetime, we'll try to take a deep dive into each of these 7 oceans and extract how much ever water we can extract. But at least let's look at the description of these 7 oceans. Ramanujacharya, in his commentary on Bhagavad Gita shloka, Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishvaisi satyam te pratijani priyosi me. 9.34, chapter 9, shloka number 34. Krishna repeats the same shloka in 18th chapter, 18.65. So, in that shloka, Krishna instructs all the devotees to fix their mind on Krishna. Krishna instructs the devotees to do Krishna Smaranam, Bhagavat Smaranam, Krishna Dhyanam, Bhagavat Dhyanam. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Smartavyam satatam Vishnu, vismartavyam najatu chit. So while writing commentary on Manmana Bhava Madbhakto shloka, Ramanujacharya, in his commentary called Gita Bhashyam. So what did he write? He wrote a beautiful shloka explaining about the 7 oceans of Krishna Līlā. Apara karunya saushilya saundharya madhurya gambhirya audharya Vātsalya jaladau analochita visheshashesha loka sharanye sarvaswamini tailadharavada vichedena nivishtamana bhava. So whoever immerses in these 7 oceans, they will develop bhakti that is like a taila dhara, just like the flow of oil. They will be able to experience the devotion bhakti or Krishna prema like a continuous flow, continuous stream of water or oil. When you pour a bottle of oil, like honey or any oil, right? There's a continuous flow. There's no stoppage anywhere. Similarly, if you want to develop bhakti like that, then we need to take a deep dive into all these 7 oceans. So what are these oceans? Karunya jaladi, Saushilya jaladi, Saundharya jaladi, Madhurya jaladi, Gambhirya jaladi, Audharya jaladi, Vātsalya jaladi. Compassion. Krishna is infinitely merciful. Karunya. Saushilya. Accessibility. The Supreme becomes accessible to his devotees. Krishna Avatara is the best example for Saushilyata, where Krishna becomes an ordinary boy, plays with Gopa boys. He cries when Yashodamma gets angry on him. Yashodamma chastises him, or Yashodamma binds him. Yashodamma chases him with a stick from behind. Krishna cries. And Krishna becomes fearful when he hears the thunderstorm. And he wants a bedtime story every night. So behaves like an ordinary boy. Saushilyata, Sulabhatvam. Saundarya, beauty. Madhurya, sweetness. Gambhirya, profundity, Audharya, generosity, Vatsalya, parental affection. So we discussed all these things on Friday. So let's so this Audharya means giving something to a person when he is not qualified also. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has done. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna himself, what he has done is something marvelous. Audharya, that is the best example of Krishna's Madhuri, Krishna's Audharya Līlā. Mahaprabhu is celebrated as Audharya Murti. He opens Krishna's ocean of sweetness and invites everyone to enter by freely distributing the highest love of God, Prema, through Nama Sankirtana. So he distributed this Krishna Nama Sankirtana and Krishna Prema, and he introduced Radha Krishna Prema. And he did not see any qualification. Patra apatra na deke. Patra apatra na deke. Patra means, in Sanskrit, there are two meanings. One meaning is vessel, another meaning is qualification, eligibility. Patra apatra na deke. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not see who is qualified, who is not qualified. He distributed this Krishna Nama Sankirtana, Krishna Prema, the concept of Radha Krishna Prema to everybody. Okay, so when we take a deep dive into these 7 oceans, then we will develop bhakti, or we will develop Krishna smarana that flows like an uninterrupted stream of oil. Taila dharavat avichedena. Unlike water, oil forms a remarkably smooth, continuous stream when poured. Ramanujacharya uses this physical reality as the ultimate analogy for the mind. Remembrance must become an uninterrupted current. Now, how can our remembrance of Krishna become uninterrupted current, uninterrupted flow? That is, only when we hear about the infinite number of Leelas of Krishna. If not infinite number, at least we should hear good number of, as many number of Leelas as possible in our lifetime, so that we can always remember something from those Leelas. So that our remembrance, our Krishna Smarana will be like a uninterrupted stream of oil.
What is the left picture, Prabhuji?
The left picture, yeah. Left picture. See, you are doing bhakti for 1 hour, and the next 1 hour you are on phone. And after some time you are taking office bag and going to office. And in the evening or weekend you are doing shopping. So there's a fluctuation. Sometime Krishna Bhakti, sometime shopping, sometime Krishna Bhakti, sometime movie, sometime Krishna Bhakti, sometime vacation, like that. I know during the initial stage, that's how everybody does. As soon as we start Bhakti on day 1, we cannot say, okay, now I am quitting my job, I'm quitting my family, I am quitting my phone. No, we cannot do like that. But that is the goal. Eventually, the picture on the right side, that is our goal. But the beauty of this Krishna Bhakti, or beauty of Bhakti Yoga is, you don't have to quit anything. whatever you are doing, if you are able to remember Krishna like an uninterrupted stream of oil, then that is good. So even when you are at work, if you are thinking about Krishna, that's good. Even if when you are cooking in the kitchen, you are thinking about Krishna, that's good. You are vacuuming the floor, thinking about Krishna, that's good. You are in the puja room, thinking about Krishna, that's good. So if you are remembering Krishna when you are in puja room versus when you are vacuuming the floor, both are same. So every activity becomes a service. Every activity becomes devotional. Every activity becomes meditation on Krishna. So that we can practice. We don't have to quit anything, but that we can practice. For that we need to cut down some unwanted things like movies, unnecessary shopping, unnecessary spending unnecessary time on the screen, phone, gadgets, TV, etc. But otherwise, other types of works that we do on day-to-day basis, we can include Krishna Smarana in those activities. Remembrance becomes relational, not merely intellectual. So just like the remembrance of a boy of a girl or the girl of a boy, when a boy and girl are in love in their teenage, the remembrance of each other is relational, right? It's not just intellectual. So there is a relation, there is a loving bond. So we have to see Krishna as a person. He's a person, obviously, of course he's a person, and we have to feel his, but we cannot see him now, right? We cannot see that person now, but we have to feel his presence in everything around us, or whatever relations that we have around us, the people, the friends, the family, the relatives, the neighbors, the colleagues, the devotees in our association. We have to maintain good relations with everybody. We have to consider everybody as a part and parcel of Krishna, so that whenever we look at anybody, we get remembrance of Krishna. By immersing the mind in these 7 oceans, devotion naturally transforms from a forced discipline into an uninterrupted loving absorption. Nivishta mana bhava. Nivishta mana bhava. May you always fix your mind upon Krishna. Nivishta mana bhava. Okay. Now, so as we discussed, right? One of the characteristics of the ocean is endless. Endless. It is natural and it is endless. It is immeasurable. So how do we understand this? Krishna Līlā. Similarly, Krishna Līlā is also endless. The number of Leelas are endless, and the depth of each Leela is endless. And they are continuous. They are immeasurable. Most important characteristic is they are immeasurable. We cannot understand, we cannot fathom the length, breadth and depth of those Leelas. So let's look at that, let's understand that with an example. So the slides are in Telugu, but I'm going to explain. Most of you are Telugu, so you can understand it. But I'll explain this small story so you will understand. So once upon a time in Dwaraka, when Krishna was in a conversation with Narada Muni, there was a painter who came there and painted Krishna's picture. He painted a very beautiful form of Krishna on a canvas and showed it to Krishna. And Krishna said, yeah, it looks good. What you have painted looks good, but it doesn't look exactly like me. The facial features, they don't look exactly like me. There are some differences. So maybe you can look at me more carefully and then try to draw another painting. So the painter goes back home and tries to paint another painting on a new canvas and brings it back to Krishna the next day. And the next day also Krishna, when he looks at that painting, he says the same thing. Still it's not matching. There are some differences. And the painter goes back again and he paints one more new picture. So like that, this goes on for several days. But Krishna was never satisfied. No matter how much hard work the painter does, how much of his creativity, intellect that he uses, but still he was not able to produce the exact replica of Krishna's face. So then Narada Muni, as he was observing this every day, he goes to the home of this person, this painter, and he tells, "Oh my dear, you have been trying to paint the picture of Krishna, and you're trying to make it look exactly like his face, which is impossible. You can never succeed in this attempt. The reason is Krishna's beauty is increasing, ever increasing. Krishna's beauty is immeasurable, it is infinite, and it is increasing ever. Every second it's becoming new. Every second it's becoming new. Navanava yavana manam. So the best thing that you can do is go to the market and buy a mirror and give it to Krishna." So this painter was surprised to hear that, but he had faith on Narada Muni's instructions. So he went to the marketplace and brought a beautiful mirror and gave it to Krishna. Krishna looked at himself in that mirror and he said, "Wow, beautiful. Now this looks exactly like my face. This is my complete, this is my perfect picture." Because as Krishna is looking in the mirror, every second it's changing, but that change is also reflected in the mirror. So if we make our heart as mirror, this darpanam, cheto darpanam, our mind and heart, if we make it as, it's already a mirror, but we have to clean it. If we clean this heart, this mirror of our heart and mind, then we can see the perfect picture of Krishna in our heart and mind. Cheto dharpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam Shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam Anandhambudhi vardhanam pratipadam purnamruta swadanam Sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Śrī Kṛṣṇa sankirtanam. So by this process of Krishna Sankirtanam, chanting the names of Krishna and singing the glories of Krishna, one can cleanse the heart, and then when the mirror of the heart becomes clean, then we can see Krishna's perfect picture in our heart. So this story illustrates the fact that Krishna's qualities, Krishna Līlā, they are anantam and they are ever increasing and they are immeasurable. The length, breadth, depth of the ocean of Krishna Līlā, Līlā Kallola Varidhi, is immeasurable. So whatever we have discussed so far, in an attempt to understand the length, breadth and depth of the ocean, all of this discussion concluded. It is not concluded yet, but at least to some understanding, what we by some discussion, what we understood is, it is immeasurable. Krishna's beauty, Krishna's qualities, everything is immeasurable. Okay. So the Krishna Līlā is so beautiful that Rupa Goswami describes Krishna Līlā. He glorifies Krishna Līlā with this beautiful shloka. Aho aho bhir nakaler viduyate sudha sudhara maduram pade pade dine dine chandana chandra shitalam yasho yashoda tanayasya giyate. Aha, ప్రతిక్షణం అమృతధారల మధురమైనది మరియు అనుదినం చందనం చంద్రకాంతి వలె చల్లనైనది అయిన యశోదానందుని శ్రీకృష్ణుడి కీర్తిని గానం చేసిన వారికి కలియుగ భయాలు ఏమాత్రము బాధించలేవు. అహో అహో బిర్ నకలేర్ విదూయతే. Nakaler. Kaler means the effect of Kali Yuga. Na Kaler. That means there will not be any effect of Kali. When we hear Krishna Katha, when we hear about Krishna Līlā. And what is the nature, what are the characteristics, what is the beauty of Krishna Līlā? Sudha Sudhara Maduram Pade Pade. Sudha Sudhara. Sudha means nectar. Sudhara. Dhara means flow. Sudhara means like a continuous flow, uninterrupted flow. Krishna Katha is like nectar and it is like an uninterrupted continuous flow. Madhuram, it's very sweet. Pade Pade, every small detail about Krishna Līlā is Madhuram. And in every walk of our life, in every step of our life, Pade Pade, in every step of our life, in every walk of our life, if we remember this Krishna Līlā, it feels very sweet, it feels very fresh, and it is nectarian. Dine dine chandana chandra shitalam. Every day it provides us this cooling effect. The cooling effect that is similar to what is given by Chandanam, sandalwood, Chandra, the moonlight. It is as cooling as sandalwood and moonlight. Yasho Yashoda Tanayasya Giyate. Whoever sings these glories of Yasho Yashoda Tanayasya. Okay, such a beautiful shloka. Let's all sing this shloka together. I'll recite one line at a time. You repeat after me. Aho aho bhir nakaler viduyate.
Aho
अहो
Rakale
कले
Viduyate
नैऋते
Sudha sudhara maduram pade pade.
Sudha
सुधा
Sudha
सुधारा
Pade
मधुपते
Pade
Dine dine chandana chandra sheetalam.
Dine
दिने
Dine
दिने चंद्र
Chandra
चंद्र शीतलम
Sheetalam
यशो यशोदातनयस्य नीयते
Yasho Yashoda
तनस
Tanayasya
नीयते.
Te.
Okay, now discussing more about Krishna Līlā, discussing more about the nature of Krishna Līlā. We're trying to understand how beautiful Krishna Līlā is. Before we actually start discussing about Krishna Līlās, before we even go to Krishna Janma Līlā, we are understanding in general how beautiful Krishna nature, how beautiful is the nature of Krishna Līlā. What are we getting into? Before we get into something, we need to know, understand what are we getting into. So we are reading, before you start working on a job, you need to know the job description, the roles and responsibilities, the nature of the company, the portfolio of the company, etc. So that's what we are trying to do now. So the prism of the Supreme. So this is a beautiful thing. What we are going to discuss in the next few minutes is a very beautiful thing that explains how unique Krishna Līlā is, how wonderful it is. There is a beautiful shloka. There is an episode in Bhagavatam that is called Krishna Ranga Pravesham. You might have heard about the Bharatanatyam Ranga Pravesham, or Bharatanatyam Arangetram, or Kuchipudi Ranga Pravesham. When a girl learns dance for 6 to 7 years, and then before they can start giving stage shows in public, what they do is they do that dance as an offering to God in a grand festival called Ranga Pravesham. That means they're graduating. It's a graduation actually. It's a graduation for their 6 or 7 years of learning of dance. Now they become eligible. After that Ranga Pravesham, they become eligible to perform dance shows in public places. So where did that Ranga Pravesham come from? That Ranga Pravesham came from this Krishna Līlā. Krishna also did Ranga Pravesham. And what is the speciality of Ranga Pravesham when a girl is dancing? What is the main important aspect there?
Public performance.
They learned that art. They completed the course.
Okay.
Showing different rasas.
Showing different rasas. Showing different rasas. The Navarasas. Navarasanubhuti. The dancer has to give Navarasanubhuti to the audience. That's the purpose, right? how expertly she is putting the expressions, how expertly she is showing her facial expressions, the dance movements with her hands, legs, everything. So, because it's a solo performance, there are not multiple characters. All the Navarasas, she has to show all by herself. Solo performance. So that's the beauty, that's the speciality of that Ranga Pravesham dance. So Krishna also did this Ranga Pravesham. This is in Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Mushtika Chanura Yuddham. Mushtika Chanura. When Kamsa brought Krishna from Vṛndāvana to Mathura, by sending Akrura as the messenger, Kamsa had a plan. Kamsa thought that, okay, so far I sent different demons to Vṛndāvana in an attempt to kill Krishna. Putana, Agasura, Bakasura, Shakatasura, Trinavarta, Dhenukasura, Vatsasura, and so on. But all those attempts failed. So Kamsa thought, okay, let me bring Krishna to Mathura and try to kill him in front of my eyes and under my supervision. And Krishna and Kamsa already planned 2-3 different strategies to play on Krishna. He arranged Kuvalayapida, a gigantic elephant demon. If that fails, then he, as a backup option, as a fallback, he arranged Mushtika Chanura, 2 great, gigantic, demoniac wrestlers. So Kuvalayapida, Krishna killed the elephant demon effortlessly. And then Mushtika Chanura, Malla Yuddham. So when Krishna entered that arena, that field, that stadium of wrestling match, Krishna and Balaram together, they entered that arena, stadium of wrestling match with Mushtika Chanura. The speciality of this Leela is, as he was doing wrestling, as Krishna Balaram were doing wrestling with Mushtika Chanura, the same Krishna appeared differently to different people. And there are spectators who are watching, right? The people from Dwaraka, people from Vṛndāvana, no, not Vṛndāvana, people from Dwaraka, Mathura, they all came. They're all watching. And different people looked at Krishna differently. And the same Leela, when the Vrajavasis were hearing, they were not present in this arena, but when they were hearing it, how they saw Krishna, how they perceived Krishna in their imagination, that was also different. Krishna acted as a perfect mirror, reflecting the exact inner disposition, desires, and spiritual elevation of every single person watching him. This is a beautiful shloka from 10th canto, 43rd chapter, 17th shloka. The tenfold vision. Mallanam ashanirunam naravara strinam smaro murtiman gopanam svajano satam kshitibhujam shasta swapitro shishu mृत्युर्भोजपतेर्विराड vidusham tattvam param yoginam Vrishninam varadevadeti vidito rangam gatas sagraja. So what's the meaning of this? The various groups of people in the arena, regarded Krishna in different ways. When he entered it with his elder brother Balarama, the wrestlers saw Krishna. Now this is a description of how the 10 different groups looked at Krishna differently. The wrestlers, Mushtika and Chanura, the wrestlers saw Krishna as a lightning bolt, like Vajrayudham. Ashani. Ashani means the Vajrayudham. Mallanam Ashani. Mallanam means the wrestlers. Ashani means the Vajrayudham, the thundering bolt of Indra. And the men of Madura as the best of the males. The women were looking at Krishna as Manmada, as Cupid. And the cowherd men were looking at Krishna as their relative. The impious rulers as a chastiser. Impious rulers means adharmic people. They were looking at Krishna as death. They were thinking, oh, Krishna came now. Oh, this person is going to destroy us. And his parents as their child. The king of the Bhoja as death. The unintelligent as the Supreme Lord's universal form. The yogis looked at Krishna as the absolute truth. And the Vrishnis looked at Krishna as the supreme worshipable deity. Just like the prism, right? You pass white light through the prism, and what comes as an output is the Vibgyor, the 7 colors: violet, indigo, green, orange, yellow, and red. Vibgyor. We all learned this in physics in school days, right? Vibgyor. So just like the colors of rainbow, 7 colors you will see. You are sending only one light, white light, but the prism produces all those 7 colors. Similarly, Krishna is performing only one activity there. But how the Leela is only one, the act is only one, the drama is only one, the performance is only one. But different people are relishing that differently. This is the beauty of Krishna Līlā.
See, all Leelas are like this only, right, Prabhuji? Not only this.
Exactly. Yes, very good. Wonderful point. Not only this Malla Yuddham Ranga Pravesha Leela. All the Leelas are of the same nature.
Even today, right, Prabhuji? When you tell each one of us also think in different way.
Correct. Yeah, same story, same Damodar Leela. When 10 people hear, the understanding of each person is different. The details, the imagination, the realization of each person is different. The relishment of each person is different. So the woman looked at him as Smaramurti Man. Gopinam, Gopanam, cowherd boys looked at him as Svajana. Parents looked at him as child. Vrishni dynasty, they looked at him as supreme deity. Mallanam, wrestlers. Ashani, all those things. Same thing in pictorial form here. In Sakhya Rasa, in Vātsalya Rasa, in Madhurya Rasa, and in and worshipping Krishna with Aishwarya Bhava. Dāsya Bhava. How the wrestlers looked at Krishna, how the impious rulers looked at Krishna, how Kamsa looked upon Krishna. Krishna looked at him as death personified, Mrityu. and the yogis looked at him as Paramatma. Even though the personal form of Bhagavan is standing there, but the yogis, their goal is to realize the Paramatma feature of Bhagavan. It is, one level below, right? There is a person, Krishna, person, the Bhagavan person is standing in front of you. But yogis, because of their practice of Ashtanga Yoga, meditation, their goal is to realize only Paramatma feature of Bhagavan. So even though you have the highest form in front of you, but you have a goal to realize only Paramatma feature. So one level below. It is like when you are writing an exam, you have the question paper, and there is a answer paper also. Let's say somebody has given you answer paper also. But you have a goal that if I pass this exam 35 marks, I'm okay. But if you are smart enough, you can copy all the answers and you will get 100 out of 100, and you will pass with distinction. You will be state ranker. But if you have a goal, okay, if I pass 35, then after that I don't even want to put that work filling all the other answers. I'm lazy. So, and the men of Mathura, they looked at Krishna as Naravara, the best of the men. And looking at him, they were thinking, oh, this is how men should be. This is how I should be. He is my role model. He is my hero. Whatever I do in my life, I want to do like Krishna. And the unintelligent, they only looked at the universal form of Krishna. They only looked at the gigantic task Krishna was performing in that wrestling match. So like that, all these 10 different observations by different groups. Okay, so let's recite this beautiful shloka. And I'll explain a little bit more about this. Mallanam naravara strinam smaro murtiman
Mallanam
Murtiman
Gopanam swajano satam kshitibhujam Shāsta swapitro shishu.
Gopanam swajano
Satam
satam
Kshitibhujam
kshitibhujam Shāsta swapitro
Pito
shishu
Shishuhu
Mrityubhojapatervirāda vidusham tattvam param yoginam.
Vidusham Tattvam Param Yoginam
Vrishninam varadevadeti vidito rangam gata sagraja.
Krishna
Nam
Vedito
Vidhito
Rangam
Rangam
Gata
Gata
Sagraja.
Sagrajaha.
So this tune is similar to many shlokas in Mukundamala Stotra. Chetas chintaya kirtaya swarasane namri bhavatvam shiro astavanjali samputam rachayitum vandasva dīrgham vapu atman samshraya pundarika nayanam nagachalendra stitam dhanyam punyatamam tadeva paramam daivam hi satsiddhaye. बद्धेनाञ्जलिनानतेन शिरसा गात्रै सरोमोद्गमै कण्ठेन स्वरगद्गदेन नयनेनोद्गीर्न बाष्पाम्बुना नित्यं त्वच्चरणारविन्दयुगला ध्यानामृता स्वादिना अस्माकं सरसीरुहाक्ष सततं सम्पद्यतां जीवितम्. Also व्यामोह प्रशमौषधं मुनिमनो वृत्तिप्रवृत्त्यौषधम्. So all those shlokas, they have the same tune like this one. Mallanam ashanirunam naravara strinam smaro murtiman gopanam svajano satam kshitibujam shasta swapitro shishu mrityu bhojapater virada vidusham tattvam param yoginam Vrishninam varadevadeti vidito rangam gatas sagraja. Okay, now let's talk something about rasa. Okay, it's 10:05. I'll end in another 10 minutes. Now, why these people, the 10 different groups, they are observing Krishna differently? Because of rasa. This is called rasa. Mellow. In English, it's called as mellow. Mellow means the unique experience that you go through. The unique bliss, the unique joy, the unique relishment that you experience, that is rasa. Like the same mango juice, when it is served to 10 different people, not everyone tastes the same, not everyone experiences the same taste. Some people like me, they relish, with great joy. Like baga paripurnanga ఆస్వాదిస్తాడు అని అంటారు కదా, అలాగా నాకు చక్కెర పొంగల్ పెట్టండి, పరిపూర్ణంగా ఆస్వాదిస్తాను. సో అలాగా కొంతమంది some people, the same dessert, same sweet, same mango juice, they may not relish like others. They may just eat it and they'll just keep quiet. But I am a person, I never keep quiet when I'm tasting something delicious. I will explain the details. I'll explain the details in such a way that I'll explain in a better way, in a way better than the person who has cooked it. So this is rasa, beyond material imagination, heavy with spiritual wonder, relished in a heart of goodness. There are 5 primary rasas and 7 secondary rasas. The 5 primary rasas: Śānta rasa, Dāsya rasa, Sakhya rasa, Vātsalya rasa, Madhurya rasa. Śānta rasa, neutrality. Sakhya rasa, Dāsya rasa, servitude, like a servant. Sakhya rasa, like a friend. Vātsalya rasa, like a parent. Madhurya rasa, like a conjugal lover. And within each of these 5 primary rasas, there will be 7 rasas, 7 secondary rasas. Some rasas, some of the 5 primary rasas may not have all of the 7 secondary rasas. For example, neutrality, Śānta rasa. In Śānta rasa, there may not be fear, there may not be dreadfulness, there may not be chivalry, there may not be humor. Okay, there may be amazement, but the others may not be there. So what are the 7 secondary rasas? 7 secondary rasas: amazement, humor, chivalry, compassion, fury, That means anger, fear, dread, dreadfulness. Now I'll tell you the Sanskrit names for these. Most of these Sanskrit names, they are similar to Telugu, Hindi, or your native language actually. Even the 5 primary rasas also similar to Sanskrit words are similar to your local language. Amazement, Ascharya. Humor, Hasyam. Chivalry, Viryam. Compassion, Karuna. Fury, anger, Krodha. Fear, Bhaya. Dreadfulness, Bibhatsa. That means more fear. Extra amount of fear. Very fearful. When somebody is very afraid, very fearful, that is Bibhatsa. So Ascharya, Hasya, Virya, Karunya, Krodha, Bhaya, Bhayanaka, Bibhatsa. So these are the 7 secondary rasas. So 5 plus 7, 12. So total 12 rasas. So a permutations and combinations of these rasas will give you many different experiences. When you combine Sakhya rasa, friendship, with humor and with anger or with amazement, that gives some experience. When a parent, when the Vātsalya rasa is combined with compassion, or when Vātsalya rasa is combined with let's say fury, when Yashodamma gets angry on Krishna, that gives a different experience. So like that, a permutation and combination of these rasas will give you different experience, different relishment. So what's the object of all these rasas? Śrī Kṛṣṇa. And why is that so? Because Krishna is called Raso Vai Saha. Raso Vai Saha. The Vedas, the Upanishads describe him as Raso Vai Saha. He is the ultimate essence of spiritual pleasure. He is Rasa himself. Krishna himself is Rasa. That's the meaning of this phrase, Raso Vai Saha. Saha means he. Rasa, he is Rasa means the mellow. He is the mellow, he is the Rasa. And the Sanskrit, the dhatu, Vai means indeed. Indeed, he is the Rasa. Actually, he is the Rasa. Just like Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma. The speciality of Ramachandra is, we don't say Ramachandra follows Dharma. The correct way of saying about Rama is, Rama himself is Dharma. He is an embodiment of Dharma. Similarly, when we talk about Krishna, it is not correct to say that Krishna gives rasa. That is correct, but the more complete and accurate description of Krishna is Raso Vai Saha. Krishna is rasa. He is Rasananda Murti. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma, Krishna Vigrahavan Rasa. Krishna Vigrahavan Rasa. He is Rasananda Murti. The essence of divine flavor. Krishna is not just a participant in these pastimes. He is the very essence of the joy experienced within them. Raso Vai Saha, supreme relish. Because he is also experiencing the rasa. It is not like he is there, he is giving the joy to everyone, right? No. It is not a one way. It is a two-way relishment. As much as we are relishing, more than that, Krishna is relishing the Leelas.
In day-to-day life, for now, if we are like having these rasas with the other human beings also, right? We like our child, we were friendship with others. So those are also like Krishna will know and relish, right, Prabhuji? Like he will reciprocate.
Yeah, if we make our relations Krishna centric, if we, for example, a materialistic person, take any American family, they also, the parents, they also love the children, they laugh with the children. There is a humor, there is a Vātsalya, there is a hasyam. But when Krishna is not in the center of those interactions, Krishna does not interfere. Krishna does not interfere because they have closed the doors for Krishna. So he will not come. He will not enter there. So when we make our relations Krishna centric, when we have children, our mindset should be, okay, because of Krishna's grace, I have gotten these beautiful children. And any interaction with those children, when you are remembering Krishna, when you are remembering means, like for example, when you are having some fun with Akshara, when you are smiling with Akshara, you don't have to, you don't have to remember Krishna. You don't have to think that, oh, I'm having some fun with Akshara. How will Krishna think now? How will Krishna? Oh, Krishna is also smiling. You don't have
Correct.
to. Yeah, you don't have to do like that. That becomes artificial, right?
Right.
So, but in your consciousness, if you are remembering Krishna overall during your daytime, and if you are Krishna conscious, if you are practicing bhakti, then that's enough. Other interactions will be normal.
Yes.
You just like how you are doing naturally every day, the same way you'll do, and Krishna will also relish those. You are relishing, and Krishna will also relish those.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So we have some more. Not a lot actually. So probably we can do this in the next 5 minutes on tomorrow. It's already late, 10:20 now. The next 2 or 3 slides glorifying Krishna Līlā. We will discuss this tomorrow, and then we will jump into the ocean of Krishna Janma Līlā. Okay. Yes. Okay, good. We have Supraja Garu from Vancouver. Nice. Manohar. Manohar Swami, thank you for joining.
Yeah, just a moment. Thank you.
Yes, Shivanarayana. Yeah. Okay. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Śrī Kṛṣṇa Kathāmritam ki jai.
Jai.
Śrī Venugopala Krishna Līlā ki jai. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna. See you all tomorrow.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, wait.